So what do you think mainly you guys did better than on Monday night?
A lot of things. Defensively, just talking, communicating, getting back. I think a lot of our defense last game was trying to pick up. Emphasis was pressure, and when we weren't even getting back on defense, we weren't taking good shots. We were turning the ball over, and we weren't getting back. That led up to a lot of fast break transition points for them. But offensively, moved the ball a lot better. Obviously, it helps a ton when you got Tobias and Joel on the floor, where they kind of draw double teams. But we pushed the pace a lot better. We communicated and got back in transition. Shot the ball a lot better too, but found each other. Shot the ball better because we found each other.
What do you think of Niang and Drummond as far as pickups?
I think they're great pickups. Obviously, we love Dwight. We love Mike Scott. Those guys are great for us. And these guys, for us, are kind of trying to do that similar role, if not better. So, it's early to tell, but I think they're great pickups for us. I think they can do those roles and hopefully do it better. We're going to need it. But, I think they're stars in their roles, and we're going to need that.
Rob, I don't know if you plugged in anything.
Yeah, it should be. Yeah,
Hey Danny, we were talking with Doc before the game about how the NBA is, they're going to crack down on foul hunting with guys kind of jumping into defenders and stuff like that. Now that you guys are 2 games in, how do you think that's played out so far, and what do you make of that rule change in general?
Well, we've seen a couple of calls tonight that were different. They called some offensive fouls, some hooks. They're emphasizing on a couple of things. So it's always interesting to see how well they're going to, the upkeep. And who they're going to call it on. But I think a lot of the emphasis are better, especially for the defenders. But like I said, we'll see how that goes throughout the season and what complaints come about.
Joel, do you have any thoughts on that, on how they're changing that?
For me personally, it doesn't affect me. I think it's more on, the guards. When you talk about, shooters and, guys that like to jump, backwards into defenders. I think it's great for defenders, guys like Danny. They're finally going to get the benefit of the doubt. But, for me personally, doesn't affect me, especially with my rip throughs and stuff. So, but I think it's good, and I hope, usually it lasts, for a little bit, and then they don't care anymore. So I hope it lasts for the whole season and beyond. Because it is unknown. Even going back to last year in the playoffs, it is unknown.
For either one of you, just how do you see that point guard competition continuing to sort of unfold with Shea getting the start tonight, and just how both of those guys with him and Tyrese are coming along?
I don't think there's any competitions. We're just trying to find, the right lineups. We want to win, and everybody understands that. I don't think any of them is going to get mad, coming off the bench or starting. So I think right now we're just, finding ways how to win games and, what works and what doesn't. Tonight, obviously it was a little better because, me, Tobias, playing and coming back into the fold. But I don't think it's necessarily a battle. I think we're just trying to come together as a group.
Agreed. I don't see it as a competition. I don't think they see it as a competition either. They both know what they bring to the table. And also depends on who we're facing and what the matchup may be. So, and that's really, Doc's job to figure that out. But they both are great for us. They're both trying to figure it out, and they've done a good job so far of taking on that challenge. And we have to do it as a group effort. We can't replace, a player like Ben with just one of those guys. There's going to be a lot of us to try to figure out, how to push the pace, keep the tempo, find each other, and defensively pick up the slack. So I think they're both doing a great job, and they're content with either one of them starting, I'm sure.
So how'd you feel out there?
I felt good. First game in a little bit, I felt pretty good. Playing against Toronto is always, a challenge for me. Not necessarily a challenge, but, these are the type of games where, I've really focused on passing the ball and, inviting double teams and, kicking it out. That's not a type of team where I'm going to go out and score 50. because they're going double and triple team every single possession. But it was good. My focus coming in tonight was, I told Tyrese, I said I'm gonna have 0 points and 10 assists. So I was trying to get guys, trying to figure it out to be a better passer. A few turnovers here and there, but can always get better.
What do you guys think the difference was with Shake? He kind of got off to a little bit of a shaky start, but then really seemed to pick it up in his second stint, kind of got more comfortable. What do you think? Was it just him settling in, or?
It was great. I wouldn't say there's much difference. It was great. You control the floor. Tyrese does the same thing. They're both great at what they do. But, obviously, having me and Tobias back on the floor also helps. So, the last loss, compared to tonight, I don't think it's comparable. But I thought, everybody was in sync. We moved the ball really well today. You could see whether it was the starting lineup or the bench coming in, Shake finding, shooters on the other side, and, Tyrese attacking and finding guys. I thought, they both did a great job.
Well, what's the biggest adjustment for you playing with those those two players?
I feel like this season we definitely gonna run more pick and rolls. That's something that we haven't done quite in the past. So I think it's all about finding, what we do best. Me personally helping those guys. My job is really to, help, all these guys. It's not necessarily scoring. I want to be a better playmaker this year. Kind of use, the advantage that we have in me and kind of making these guys better. But I think the thing we really got to focus on is the pace. Guys like Danny, Seth, they leave off those driving kicks, for them to shoot threes and stuff. So, one thing that, Shake and Tyrese got to keep focusing on is, just keep pushing our pace. We got to get easy baskets, whether it's layups or, threes.